What a beautiful Sunday morning it is. I'm Ashley Moore, and welcome into the Prep Rally. The fall season has arrived, and yesterday's rally featured a top football matchup between Valor Christian and Pine Creek. But today, it doesn't get much better than this. The 5A and 4A softball state champions squaring off at MSU Denver this week. And one team was over their first loss since last September. It's Lutheran versus Chatfield, and the play began immediately. Chatty at the plate in his hit, but watch Kelly Glenn stretch for the out. What a play. But the Chargers say fool me twice. Kylie Bickford this time to the left, puts it just out of reach to bring in the first run of the year. Chargers up one, but let's head to the bottom of one. Lou High with one on, and Meredith Barnhart says it's one gone. Two really. Homer over the MSU fence. A two-run ding-dong in the first inning, and this is the only way to be welcomed home. Still bottom of the first, 3-zip, Lions lead when Addie Brightman sends a line drive past first, and it gets a good bounce. Two runs come in. Lou High ends the first inning up 6-1. Talk about dominance. And at this point, Chatfield needs a hit, and Lexi Ball fan says, I'll give it to you. Two on the bases, and this one hits the wall. Almost a three-run shot, but it's good enough to bring in this game to 3. Not good enough to win, though, as Lutheran Lions hand Chatfield their first loss since September 11th of last season. And with this tournament, Coach Mastretti reaches the career milestone 100 wins. But what's even more impressive is that those wins came in just over 4 seasons, 3 state championships, 4 state appearances, which means Coach Mastretti has taken this team to a state championship in every single season since their inception in 2020. Coach Mastretti is doing something special over there, so you better pay attention. Well, Lutheran isn't the only winning program out there. Have you heard of the Holy Family Tigers? The 3A program has won recent titles in football, baseball, boys and girls basketball, and softball. And now they want to ingrain championships in their DNA. So a good way to keep it up is by hiring one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the nation.
Most of my career has been at the collegiate level, dabbled in the professional side, whether it be individually, working for the Kansas City Royals, but now I'm rewinding all the way back to my own athletic career that ended in high school.
Coach Shannon Turley is a new strength coach at Holy Family, who may just have the most impressive resume in the building.
Nice. When I got to Stanford, I had a clear vision, I had a plan, a process, a system, if you will, that I felt like we could really develop durable, physically dominant football players that were going to be relentless competitors.
Under Jim Harbaugh and now Bronco David Shaw, Turley saw 42 of his Cardinal players drafted into the NFL, including 9 Pro Bowlers.
It's obviously something that's part of the process of helping people realize and achieve their goals, right?
Years later, he'd get the gig at CU under head coach Carl Durrell, but after a 1-win season.
Unfortunately, it didn't go the way any of us wanted, but winning's hard, and there's a price that's got to be paid, and you know, we came up on the short end in debt.
But Holy Family has found itself in a surplus, a 2-time NCAA Strength Coach of the Year, coming to work for their high school and bringing his scientific method to muscle recovery.
What I kept hearing from coaches was, I need to keep Susie healthy. We're a different volleyball team if this girl's on the floor.
And his first course of action was rehabbing Griffin Eastman's ACL tear. 8 months later, he won state.
I've been fighting for this all of high school, since I was a freshman, my first race.
Turley did that as a consultant, but now on staff, his biggest assignment are the reigning 3A state champs.
You know, Coach Gabriel is a phenomenal football coach, and the staff here is amazing. You talk about people with a certified background. The proof has been on the field.
It sure has, but it doesn't hurt bringing an NCAA Coach of the Year on board.
If you love football, you got to be thrilled about the opportunity to be a Tiger.
But reminder, we can't be everywhere. So if you're ever out at a game and see something you'd like featured on the Prep Rally, just send it over. That's all, folks. I'm Ashley Moore, and we'll see you next time right here on the 9 News Prep Rally.